Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're going to drive around Romania tonight, so let's jump in and get started. Let me just show you kind of the route that we've got. We're going to be starting in Bucharest. We've got a truck loaded up with electronics. We're going to cut through 1, 2, 3 Romanian towns and end up in Cluj-Napoca, where we will drop off our load. It's about a 10-hour trip. We're kind of detouring to pick up this city as well, so it's going to be about 12 hours altogether. We are starting at midnight, but we'll need to sleep in about 3-4 hours, so it's going to be mostly driving in the daytime. So let's jump in and get started here. Just kind of a regular money generating route. This will pick us up. Here is our truck. We are picking it up at the last place we dropped off a load. Let's get this going here. I think we can go around this way, get started. The 12-hour trip. I think we're going to go about 3, maybe 4.5 hours or so, and then grab some sleep. We are about 92,000 euros right now, so we are halfway towards being able to buy our base in Istanbul, our next garage here. Driving across Romania in the middle of the night. Where's Transylvania? Is that in Romania? Or is that Hungary? I think it's Hungary, isn't it? But I confess I don't know 100%. My Eastern European geography has gotten embarrassingly bad, I realize, as I've been driving around here. Really should brush up on that. But we'll get started here. We'll check back in a little while as we kind of make our way across the Romanian landscape at night here. So we've left the highway to our main destination and just taken a little detour here so we can visit this city called Pitești. And my main thinking is a couple thoughts. There's a question mark in there, so I want to kind of see what it is. Maybe it's a recruiting agency would help out. And then there also is an achievement to get all the cities in, here we go, of the Balkans. And this is our 18th out of 30 cities now. So we've made some pretty good progress. We're over halfway there. And we should pick up 3 more cities on this trip. So that'll get us about 2/3 of the way through with this achievement. So we've now discovered Pitești, and we're going to just go down, take a little bit of a left here so we can find that question mark and see whatever that is. And then we'll get back on the highway and head towards our final destination. I thought this would be a lot more smaller roads, but we seem to be on some kind of a main highway that's going to take us a good portion of the way there. So making good time, and going to grab some sleep in a couple more hours too, so we can just sleep once on the trip. Down here, I think is where, yeah, there we go. So this is a Scania dealer. Okay. So I just want to go unlock this. Ding, there we go. So this is the new graphics here for the dealerships. This looks considerably upgraded from the last. Oh, I know what we want to do too. We need to repair our truck. Let's do that. Because we are pretty dinged up here from a couple of trips in the Balkans. So let's stop here and upgrade. Truck repairs and maintenance. Let's see what we got. Oh, 3,600 euros. Yeah, a lot of stuff messed up, from the engine to the cabin and everything. All right, it doesn't take long to repair. Someone has turned in money too, I noticed. We are over 100,000 euros now, so 80,000 more to go, and we can buy our garage in Istanbul. That might be where we head next then. And I do want to go someplace else. I feel like I'm going to leave some things unfinished here in the Balkans, but I want to go someplace new. I'm thinking maybe Scandinavia would be kind of fun. I think it might be time to do that. So I think that's where we're going to go next. So probably do this episode, then get enough money to buy a base from Istanbul, then do a long run from Istanbul all the way up to somewhere in Scandinavia. So that's a rough plan that I just made up now. But we'll get back on the road here. We'll check in as we get further along, and hopefully the next one will be in the daytime. I'm going to try to sleep in an hour or 2 here. Got about 7.5 hours left. Haven't found a place to sleep since all that, but we're winding kind of through the mountains of Romania here, which is really cool. I wish it were daytime, because I feel like the scenes would be spectacular. The sun is coming up now, so you can kind of see what it looks like a little bit off on the side there. But I want to come back through here in the daytime Now we're climbing what appears to be the other side. So kind of doing a little bit of some mountain weaving here, which is pretty fun. So we're plugging along here. We will need to sleep shortly, about 7.5 hours left. Here we go. This is kind of a cool view, like if you see out on the right there, the mountains and everything. So pretty neat drive. We appear to have joined a convoy here. So again, they have very generous speed limits here. 80 kilometers an hour seems a little bit crazy for some of these corners here. But we got a pokey truck in front, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, that looks cool. So this is pretty cool. Take a look at that off in front of the truck here. There's a little rest up here. We're going to sleep here. The sun's coming up. We've got a castle up there. You can just hear us yawn and stuff like that. I don't know what that's called, but we just unlocked one of those. There's 5 landmarks you have to drive by in the Balkans to unlock this achievement. This was the 5th one, and I know the other 4, I've driven by them, and every single one of them was at night. So this one in front of us is right there, and we can see it. So we're going to sleep now and see what it looks like when we wake up here. Getting some rest. We should wake up around 2 in the afternoon. There we go. Some sort of castle. I'm not sure what it's called, but pretty cool. I think this would make for a pretty decent screenshot if I can figure out what it is. So I'm going to mess around with that for a little bit, and then we'll get back on the road here. So we are back in the truck and underway here. Let's see what's coming outside this window. I do need to look out there. Looks pretty good, except for that car. He'll wait. Now we get some daytime driving, so this should be pretty good. So we'll touch base in. We've got 7 hours left on the trip. It's now about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so the rest should be in daylight. We do have an Earth time limit on this too, because I think we have about 45-50 minutes to finish this. Shouldn't be a problem. I expect we've got about 25 more minutes to do on the trip in real time. But 7 hours times 3, yeah, about 25 minutes. So it shouldn't be a problem unless something happens in the real life that calls me away from the truck. Oh. God, 2,000 euro ticket. I was looking at the Volvo dealership and I completely missed the fact that I was speeding. God, that's a little bit pricey. I was just going to say we made 4,000 while we slept. So we're up to 106,000 euros, but now we're immediately back down to 104,000 euros. Oh well, cost of doing business. These are hefty tickets here. Speaking of which, in real life, our daughter has just gotten her license, and she, about 6 months, she's had 2 accidents right now. So she takes after her father. It's going to be $4,000. We have an insurance claim, but, well, it's a complicated story. The moral of the story is don't hit stuff. But even with insurance, it's going to be $4,000. Oof. And hiked up rates and stuff like that. We've got about 5 hours left. This is a really fun part of the country to drive through. We're kind of just cutting up the other side of a very flat valley. Just through some rolling hills here. A lot of nature trees and stuff. Really pretty. So we're just in a little town too. There was some kind of a landmark. Saschiz was the name of the town. There was a little bit of a castle-like structure there. So it seems like this area is kind of dotted with a lot of little interesting landmarks. I bet it'd be fun to look up a lot of those too. About 4 hours left in our trip. We're in Târgu Mureș and just heading out of town on the last stretch of the road. Seems like a relatively large city here. No question marks to discover though, so no recruiting agencies or dealers as far as I can tell. I realize it hasn't rained on us in a long time. I can't remember the last time I drove in any rain, which is the opposite of England, because I think the first 5 or 6 episodes we did, it just always rains in England. I suppose that's pretty accurate, but yeah. So, making good time, having fun, checking out the scenery, enjoying the ride. We've got a little under 2 hours left on our trip. The sun is going down in front of us as we're kind of heading from the southeast part of Romania to the northwest. So we're driving right into the sunset now on the other end of the day, making pretty good time still. We had a nice stretch of 4-lane highway, 2 lanes each way there for a while. And now we're back down to single lane. And generally you drive for a few minutes and then you come to a small town, go through the small town, then you get another stretch of road till the next town. So you're kind of vacillating between 80 kilometers per hour and 50 kilometers per hour. It looks like we've made now kind of one of our final turns to approach our final destination, this last stretch of road here. Looks like we've got some winding roads ahead now. It's been a fun drive. I like this. I like this part of Romania. There's been accident maybe or something. Why do they have the construction cement? Oh, maybe they hit this construction things. Drivers got to be careful. I mentioned our daughter had 2 accidents too, but just fender benders. Everybody's fine. She just hit a mailbox backing up the car and then just tapped the car in front of her getting onto a highway. The car had stopped and she pulled forward and just bumped it. So nobody hurt, but our wallets hurt. So we've got a little under an hour. We're in Cluj-Napoca now, just kind of driving through the town. The sun is now on its way down behind us. We do have something to discover up ahead here. Hope this is a recruitment agency, but I guess we'll find out when we get closer. I'm going to turn down here, make sure we discover this. Recruitment agency, nice. Can I go in here and turn around? Hey, we're in a bus stop. Hi, Parkera. Should get him back. I should hit one of those buses. So we are just a couple minutes from our destination now. That actually took a while because you have some of that city driving, and the city driving, the time scale is different. So it took us a good 10 minutes or so to make it through the town at that slower scale. But now we're here. So we had to go through the town and then all the way around again and back out the other side. Back in from the other side. It's kind of a weird town to go in here. But we're here now. Let's see what kind of parking we get. I'm going to try to redeem myself after that 8.5 minute parking on the last episode. Our drivers haven't done anything. We're still at 104,000 euros. Not sure. Get to work, people. This feels like a 90. 40. Easy 40? Oof, that feels like a hard 40. Not much room in front of the truck. All right, let's get to it here. Oh, maybe not too bad if I do this right. This I feel like is a standard parking job, right? So you should be able to just pull right up, get all your angles right, and just back right into it. Although we are technically doing it blind. So right about here, we should turn. Come over here. Turn the truck like that. How we lined up here. That looks pretty good. Time to cut it and go. Here we go. So we want to cut the truck this way. Using our mirrors on the right side there. A little tighter. A little tighter. Wow. Okay. Not my better parking job. Totally butchering this one. Let's try this again. Got it. Okay. We'll take it. T. Not too bad, actually. I think I'm getting a little bit better at the parking, so a little bit less tolerant on the mistakes or so. But we made it. We did pick up level 22 in a recent drive, so we are 22/36 of the way there. And let's see how we do. So 128,000 euros right now. Nice, about 60,000 away. How's our drivers doing? Katalin making 4,600 a day. Miroslav is just, I think the distance really helps. He's at 5,500 now, which is really helpful. And Bronislaw at 5,300. Freya getting up there, 2,800. And Romana from Romania, 989 a day. Yeah, so let's actually shift her to long distance. Let's not mess around here. Katalin, it's got that cheap Iveco truck. I think we got to fix that soon too. But that's good for now. So I think next episode I'll probably head back to Istanbul. We should have enough money to buy the base if we do a nice long drive from here. And then we're going to head out from Istanbul to someplace new, probably Scandinavia, or I might even do kind of a specific set of long distance or heavy cargo challenges or something like that. Working on something, so we'll figure something out. If you've enjoyed the episode, please give it a thumbs up. That's super helpful for getting it in front of other people. And if you're new, please consider subscribing and leave a comment. What would you like to see us go and do and stuff like that? Thanks as always for stopping in, and to all the people that post comments and support and things like that, thanks so much. It's the best part of doing these is kind of reading what people say about them and everything. So I really appreciate it. I know it takes time to kind of write something up and to make a comment, but I appreciate it a lot. It makes it a lot better. So thanks so much, and we'll see you on the next episode.